Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Tech Navneet, and this is my very second video, and in this video we will be discussing IaaS, PaaS and SaaS in cloud computing, and I have tried to explain the terms in very simple terms. Let's proceed further. So before going to the actual content of this video, kindly subscribe to my channel, please hit the like button and share it with your family, friends, colleagues and to all who all can get benefited of this content. Let's proceed further. If we are setting up an IT solution, then what we need? We need, of course, first of all we need computer hardwares consisting physical systems like laptop, personal computers, some support equipments, mouse, keyboards, of course power supply to run the computer system, internet connection as well. However, power supply internet connection is not directly a computer hardware, but we are putting it as a computer hardware because these are the basic needs. On top of it, we need computer softwares as well. We will elaborate this part in detail. So if we are setting up an IT solution as part of computer softwares, we will be required at least this much of the component. We will discuss in detail about every single one. First of all, we need the networking. Networking refers here the setting up the connection. Then we need to have some storage. Even if we are simply running a normal website, the content of the website is required to be stored at some place, so we need a storage. Then we need computes, powers and the servers. Servers are something which perform as a middle agent who take the order from your endpoint and gives back to you and do the vice versa as well. Then we need virtual machines also. However, this is not a mandatory thing, but nowadays virtual machine, working with a virtual machine is a better solution when operating system kind of thing will open inside your as a software in your current operating system. So with these four, what we are talking about the infrastructure. These are not the computer hardware, these are the infrastructure part of computer software. On top of it, we need operating system. So virtual machine, now we have a facility like we can open another system inside our physical system, that laptop currently we have. So once we log in into our laptop, of course we logged in into a operating system, and inside that as a software, like in browser or something, if we are opening a new window that is containing another operating system inside the virtual machine itself, so that we need. Then we need runtime. Runtime refers here the processing timing, SLAs. If we are doing something, in how much time it should reflect our orders. Then we need middleware representing here the additional services that we need. Let's say if we are storing any organizational data, we need some DBMS services like Microsoft SQL Server or IBM DB2. So with these three, we are actually talking about platform. So over top of the infrastructure, we also need some platform. So now we have the IT infrastructure of computer software part, and without operating system we cannot proceed. Operating system can be anything. It should be Microsoft Windows, Linux, Mac, but we need operating system. Simultaneously we need middleware and runtime as well. So these are the platform. So now we have data, we need to store the data. I'll just giving another example of platform. So we need a platform to store that data. We need a platform from where we can fetch the data, we can change the data as per our daily needs. So we need platform along with the infrastructure. Now we have infrastructure, we have set up the platform. Now we need to store the data, the actual data of our business, our whatever we are doing. Even if we are running a normal blog, so the content of the blog itself is a data. You are either storing it in some DBMS or it is in JSON format. You are storing in a NoSQL database. Also, if you are running a big organization, the data is getting generated, the organizational data is getting generated on regular basis. You need to store in a data warehouse. So data warehouse is again a part of platform, but the content, the data I'm talking about here, and some are also we need applications. Without applications we cannot proceed. So when we are saying application, it's like the email services, maybe like Microsoft Outlook, Gmail. You need to connect with your colleagues on a regular basis. You need to have online meetings, you need Teams, you need Google Meet. So those are the additional cost of the self applications which are already created with a very little modification. Even you don't need to do that, even just you register with your own ID and you get your own set of applications. So all combinedly with the data, application, platform and infrastructure, we can call it as a software. So these are the components of the computer software part. Now where is the IaaS, PaaS and SaaS? So it's all about the managing. Who manage what? So if you manage everything, you have your own physical server, you have bought the operating system separately, you have subscribed to middleware services separately. Same goes for applications. You have opted for some Google email services or Outlook services. Similarly, if you have a on-premise storage system, so here you are managing everything. Whatever service you need, you are buying it separately and configuring it with your existing system, but you are doing it on your premise. So we will call it as a on-premise. And now the infrastructure part of it, if we are taking the subscription to a cloud service provider and leaving it on the cloud service provider to manage the infrastructure, while rest of the part you will be keep managing yourself, we will call it as a infrastructure as a service. So here we need not to install the storage devices at our premises. This all can be stored at cloud. They will take care of networking, servers, virtual machines. It all will be part of infrastructure as a service. You can opt for virtual machines, you can install as per, you can take the subscription and install as per your requirement. So this we will call it as a IaaS. It's all about who manages what. If your cloud service provider is managing the infrastructure side, just infrastructure, it would be called as IaaS, cloud computing solution. Similarly, if additionally you are also buying the subscription for the platform side, like the storage devices, storage systems, operating system and the runtime, and it all are being managed by cloud service provider itself based on the subscription and the SLA that you have opted. And again you are just managing your own data and the applications. We will call it as a platform as a service. So again your cloud service provider is managing the platform and you are managing the data and the application. So again, I'll repeat the what I said. It's all about who is managing what. So if your cloud provider is managing the platform along with the infrastructure, this solution in cloud computing will be called as platform as a service. While you are simply opting out to do uh, anything by yourself, and you want your cloud service provider must manage all the things, and you get a bunch as a software of all services, this will be call it as software as a service, SaaS. And the best example that coming in my mind is Microsoft 365. If you opt in for Microsoft 365, you will get everything: Outlook, Teams, the storage. You will have the option to create some applications along with the cost of the self application, Microsoft Office, Outlook, as I said earlier. With the data storage, even you don't need to think about like the data storage, how the data is being stored, where it is being stored. Everything will be managed by Microsoft itself if you are opting for Microsoft 365. So this was the main difference and the definition of IaaS, PaaS and SaaS. So if you want to have more learning on it, I'll I'll refer some of the links. So if you go and check to Microsoft Azure, so they have different pages for IaaS, then similarly for PaaS, similarly for SaaS. So here I can see there is a very good diagram given here. You can see the same thing which I tried explaining. So data center, physical plant building, network, firewall, security. Yeah, I missed the security part in my previous explanation. So the networking and the security also a part of IaaS. Then the server, the storage, operating system and the database management, business analytics are part of PaaS. And hosted application, the whole of your application will be hosted together and you need not to manage any of this one. That will be called as a SAS. So these 3 pages from Microsoft is very useful. Again, similar explanation is also given by the AWS. This is also very a good page. In a very short description they have written very detailed and very specific thing. From Google also, what is IaaS, what is PaaS, what is SAS, they have different pages. I'll put all these links in the description, you can refer from there. And even this is not all. If you simply type IaaS, PaaS and SAS on Google, you will get thousands of websites explaining all these things, but I'll prefer to go with Microsoft, AWS, G, Google, MAG, because they are dominating this cloud computing services industry right now. So I'll close my video here. I hope this video was very helpful. Please subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends. Thank you.